User was moved to your channel. User was moved to join your channel.
Okay, so we have to do interviews. Point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Crafty and Merl have selected themselves as our interview dudes. So, again, just to introduce myself very quickly. I'm Nept. I'm awesome. Xacius is Xacius. He's kind of awesome, I guess. And Ala is also awesome. He is also fat, but that doesn't impinge too heavily on his awesomeness.
I think Ala's probably an attractive man.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm the head admin of TPG and the team lead of Team Handsome, aka Omniscient. Xacius is also those things, but he's just a regular admin, not head admin. Ala has nothing to do with Hawken whatsoever. And Crafty
He should be in charge.
He should be in charge, but he's not, because I rule with an iron fist. Crafty has, well, really started TPG Hawken, so thanks for that, Crafty. Thanks for giving me more unnecessary work to do.
It was all Xacius.
Xacius is doing a bad job. And has also participated in all the TPG seasons. And I think all the tournaments at this point?
Most of the
Who,
tournament.
me?
Yeah, Crafty.
Oh.
Not you, Xacius.
Well,
Except for the 1v1 tournament.
I think
Except
we
for
should
the
probably
one
be talking about Xacius right now.
And
Probably
Merl is Merl.
Yep. Bruh, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Excellent. So, first question. And this is going to be a hard hitter. Merl, do you remember the last time that you dueled Xacius with heat cannons?
Yeah,
It was embarrassing.
Xacius got destroyed.
Would you have called it embarrassing?
see, now, here's a dispute, because I don't remember that. Which
Convenient.
is
That
interesting.
is convenient.
Because
I'm on Merl's side. Next question. Denial. What does it look like?
because the last time we dueled, the last couple of times,
It was assaults.
you got wrecked
I did not get wrecked.
in assaults
Was it
and
more
scouts. It was
Now
more than
guess.
2-0 in my favor.
That is
Silverfire's here
incorrect,
too.
sir.
Was moved to your channel.
Silverfire. What do you think?
What do you think,
Does
Silver?
Merl wreck Xacius?
Hello.
Xacius wreck Merl.
Depends on the mech.
I don't think it does.
Roach is here. Why are they all joining? Oh, they're listening.
User
That's
joined
why.
your channel.
Oh, hi, Merl.
This is very important. It's not really that important. Xacius is a better player than me. I'm free to admit that, but there are mechs that I will beat him in, like Heat Cannon Scout.
Do prefer your radio voice.
Ooh.
I prefer you on the radio and not in Hawken, Merl.
Ice cold.
So how are we looking for TPG Season 4, guys? You all planning to play?
Hell yeah.
A lot of new
Yeah.
blood. A lot of new people in this TDM thing over at the official Hawken TeamSpeak. And they're all getting better.
Yeah,
Because
they're
they're all
quite
training,
the number in the ranks, eh? They're up to
They got
like
a lot of
40
people, but they're practicing with they're not just getting together and playing Hawken, they're actually practicing.
Well, that's good.
Apparently, I guess you dropped into the TS one day and
That
told
is-
them how
that
to
is
practice. Yeah,
Yes.
good way to go. And Merle's coaching most of them, I think.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you, Merl. We're good on you. Yeah, that's the big thing about these communities. So, I mean, Hawken's obviously not receiving a ton of developer attention at the moment that we know of.
They are.
I mean,
but
they
they're
may
not
be
just saying
working
that.
in the background, but they're not particularly vocal.
Let's
which can
just
happen
say
when you're busy.
that there are. Yeah, let's just say.
Yeah,
things are
you know
happening.
what? I have faith in Josh, honestly. I think he's a nice guy. I trust him when it comes to the Hawken stuff. I think they're
I
just
pray to
really
Josh
busy at the
every
moment.
night, thanking him for the mech that I've been given.
I mean,
have-
you should be
I've
directing those
forsaken
prayers toward me,
worshiping
but
Josh in favor of worshiping
Josh will
things.
set forward him. But yeah,
G2 Raider is love.
I think they'll do well, but for the time being, you know, we as a community have to come together and actually, you know, conduct these events and keep ourselves playing the game, and TPG is a great way to do that. These sort of events we're going to be hosting regularly, and it's been a really good turnout. 12 teams today, just constant matches, and a good 50 people constantly watching the stream, which isn't a huge number, but given the state of the community, isn't bad at all. Especially since, you know, a lot of those people are playing in the tournament as well, or a lot of the community's playing in the tournament at the moment.
I have just a question. If there were to be, we haven't done a 1v1 tournament in a long time.
Look at that.
Would people be
Subjunctive
interested
mood
in that?
usage, Merl.
People be interested in 1v1 tournament? No. Next question.
Only because I know I wouldn't get very far.
I think we can certainly host one. I think it'll be perhaps better to do it the way that you did it, which is over an extended period.
Yeah.
Just because it's very difficult to get everyone's schedules to match up. But we can certainly have one running in the interim.
And an MMR bracket, perhaps.
Yeah, that would be another smart thing to do.
Yeah, last time it was 3 NA brackets and an EU bracket, and each bracket had 8 players.
It was very good. It worked out very well.
What did you guys think of TPG Season 3?
The only complaint that I have is the fact that the end of the season took way too long, and as a result, everybody on my team was just like, we're kind of done.
That's what I always complain about, is getting the matches done the week that they're scheduled to be done.
Yeah, I think that's always a bit of a difficult thing when you're accommodating certain teams. And Crushinator was in a bit of a difficult position because they got to buy a little bit.
They took a game off of you guys though. That was
yeah,
a good
mid-season.
season for stuff
That's right.
like
That's
happening.
the only game we've ever lost. In
That is
actual
true.
league play. Now, in our defense, we hadn't played the game in 2 months.
But that woke you
at
up.
the same time. Oh yeah, absolutely. You should have.
And Dave
It was
wasn't
hilarious because I think they were expecting me. Because occasionally I'll yell at the Omni guys. Not too badly, but occasionally it'll happen. And I think they're expecting me to just explode. But it was more like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. And I actually threatened them outright because I had told them before that match. You guys, we have a serious match. We haven't played in 2 or 3 months. Seriously, we have to get into the game and get practiced up. And they're all like, yeah, especially Xacius over here. And I was like, okay. And then we get to the match, and we're just getting completely outplayed because our strategies revolve entirely around being able to beat the other team, in 1v1 situations or in small group situations. And it was just awful and evident that the guys hadn't put any work in whatsoever. And so I gave them the ultimatum: you have 2 weeks from now to get back to where you were, or I'm forfeiting the remainder of our games and saying that we're not good enough to compete against Crushinator.
Okay, so interesting story. We had been practicing for 2 months before the season, and pretty consistently throughout the season. After that game, we did not have a single practice.
So
Yeah,
I feel
you
as
won.
though
We're
you
done,
timed
we're
that
going home.
slightly differently.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
said
no,
in the
after that-
preseason that it was the season was going to go to the team that practiced the most because there was so much. There were really close. A level player that was close at the time.
Well,
at least
only
top
for the
3.
Alpha Conference.
Yeah.
And that's
B team practiced every week.
and that's the
THC
thing-
didn't practice at all.
That's the thing about Hawken, though.
Right.
It's that it goes to the people that put the most time in, and it's not like another shooter where you can just kind of compensate for your.
If THC had practiced regularly, they probably wouldn't have done as well as they did.
It's
Well,
a very
that's-
unique game that doesn't really. I think it's the turn speed cap mostly that puts.
It
people-
doesn't translate well to other shooters, and that's one of the reasons we've decided to take a break from it for the time being. We'll be back if there are major content releases and the guys express interest again. But it is a very unique game. You can't snap around like I would in Unreal Tournament, or whatever other game.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, no. So and it is
Counter-Strike.
very much about positioning with that radar and with the remote depth, which I would love to see go, but won't. And so a lot of it comes down to being warmed up and playing the game actively. Now, of course, there are skill differentials in the community and better players and that sort of thing, but it really did come down to us to team coordination and time in the game. And so for any kind of up-and-coming team that's putting in the hours right now, that's the right thing to do, because that's how you catch up. That's how you narrow that skill differential. Never
Yep.
look at someone and say, oh, I can't do that. There's no way, these guys are amazing, blah, blah, blah. No, just put in the time, get some tips. Think about how you're practicing and how you might more efficiently improve on areas where you're weak, like your aim or your movement or whatever.
Use up that vacation time, call in sick.
Get a
Play
shit
Hawken.
bucket.
Yep, get a shit bucket.
Yeah.
Okay, it seems that the other teams are ready to get the matches going now.
I'm pretty ready.
I'm gonna go
I've
watch
been
the
ready.
stream.
All right, one
let's
final
do that.
question before wrapping up. Merl, if we were to duel in assaults again, what would you say the result would be?
If we were to duel in assaults, you would win. If we were to duel in
Right,
Heat Scouts,
but-
I'd kick your ass.
But like how?
Xacius gonna have to return.
How would you feel after the assault match though? Like while it was going on, what would the word you would use? What would the word be that you would use to describe it?
Boring. This is super boring. This is super boring. This is super boring. Super boring. The most boring.
Fucking amazing.
This is boring. This is boring. Boring. This is boring.
But-
This is
What
boring.
about the heat cannon duel?
I remember the last time I played Xacius with heat cannons. It was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
Boring.
Oh
Oh my
man.
god.
All right, guys. Let's hop into